Hey guys, welcome to this week's OMG Tuesday. We're playing with new weird makeup that is new at Ulta. So this is very exciting because they have a new brand called Woosh. And everything that they seem to have brought out with this brand is a little bit strange. Like it's just kind of really strange. Like every single item has some kind of element to it that is really different and it's gonna make your makeup life easier, a lot of tools. They have some actual face makeup that I'm gonna play with in maybe another video. But today what I wanted to focus on was this right here. I have not even dug in. I waited to sit down. Here we have what look like, this is an eye stencil? Wait, I already have my concealer on. Why did I think this was different? This looks like what you would put on, like, you know those little under eye kind of patches that you kind of adhere to the skin and they help your wrinkles look less wrinkly, you know what I'm talking about? That is what this looks like. These are the Woosh Beauty, the Even Eye Stencils. So this little guy right here is going to help you with any shadow fallout. You don't have to use this just with eyeliner. You could, you know, take your eyeshadow all the way over the plastic edge, kind of like you would the tape method, which I think a lot of us have seen, taking Scotch tape and just kind of lining it up with the edge of your eye. And it's basically a guide, but what's cool is it does have an adhesive on here, like a sticky, like it's sticky. It's gonna stick to my under eye. I think I'm gonna ruin my makeup and I probably should have done this before I put on concealer and powder, but we're just gonna go with it and try it out. I do have their eyeliner as well that I wanted to play with and just test the formula. It says that this is a cushion ink liquid liner and then you flip open the top to set with a powder. Now I really love that method of taking a gel or any type of a cream, an ink, and setting it with powder. You're always gonna get a longer wear out of your product when you do that. Even if you do that with your blush, like you put on a cream blush and you put a powder blush on top, it just kind of seals everything in, it makes it stronger. So I think it's kind of cool that they have it stacked together, really easy. It's kind of like all in one, but opening this sucker up and just pressing my finger in here, nothing is coming out. Like, it's kind of concerning me. This is a $26 liner. That's not inky, that's literally dry. What in the hell is this? You guys, it's literally like, that's not inky. Okay, so I'm already really disappointed because that's not wet. It's literally powder. I mean, the top seems like more richly pigmented than this right here. That's disappointing. Okay, so I think I got a dud. I'm gonna pass on this. I will let you guys know if I see in stores that this was just dried out, but mine is bad, so we're not gonna use this today. We will just use one of my own liners and play with some shadow and put these shields on and see if it gives us a good guide. What the whoosh? I wasted $26 on this. I'm gonna line it up right underneath here. That feels really weird. It's almost like pulling the inner corner of my eye down and making me look like, okay. I don't know that I would want my liner to go out like that far though, so, oh Lord. Yep, and that did it to the makeup. Shoot. F me, Tati. Okay, we're gonna go in again, but a little bit like at a higher angle, I think. Maybe more like that. Okay, we're just doing this. All right, 100% do this before you do your foundation, concealer, powder, because I just kind of ruined my face makeup. Also, it's picking up a lot of the foundation and making it less tacky, which makes it harder to lay back down. We're gonna go ahead and put on some eyeshadow. I'm gonna take the Huda Beauty original palette. This is the Textured Shadows palette. I'm gonna take the shade Bay, and I am using a Woosh brush as well. A concentrated brush. I don't like this brush either. Oh my God, what is happening? That brush just picked up a little bit too much, so I'm gonna go in with a Morphe fluffier brush and just kind of get that color all over my lid. I'm gonna go in the shade Sandalwood right down here, and I'm just going to fluff this in the high crease. I'm gonna take the shade Cocoa right here and go more on the outer crease. I'm gonna take a deeper shade from a Marc Jacobs palette and kind of put that right on top, but not go as high. I did not mean to go so crazy intense with the eye look today, but I just wanted to see how sharp we could get those edges and what this little guy could really do for shadow and liner. So I know I'm kind of like strong lip and strong eye. I'm breaking all sorts of makeup rules right now, but we just want to see how this works. I'm gonna go into the Glam Fishin palette from Marc Jacobs, and this shade right here, this like kind of vanilla shade, is so beautiful on the lid, and I'm just going to brighten up this area. Okay, now we're gonna test out some liner. So I'm gonna take my L'Oreal Lacquer Liner. I am gonna take the Woosh brush. It is a double-ended brush right here. This side of it that they suggest using for shadow, like out on this edge, is just so densely packed. That's why I just don't think it's a good idea to just like pile a lot of color all at once with this brush. You're gonna end up with a mess. But I am gonna try out the liner side because it is like a giant liner. Like in comparison to other liner brushes that I have, it's pretty big. Okay, and we're just going to go in. I don't think this is gonna look that great, but we're gonna just continue on our journey and do the other side. I ruined my makeup. We are ready for the big reveal. I'm really curious to see if this evened me out or what the deal is. So 3, 2, 1. Okay, and 3, 2, 1. Deep breaths because I don't like any of it, and I'm actually really disappointed that I don't like anything that I tried because this is a new launch at Ulta, and I feel horrible when I'm beating up a new brand because I know people put a lot of passion into new products like this, but at the same time, I have to review things and let you guys know what my first take on, you know, some of these more different, unusual items are all about, you know? I feel guilty. So because this is turning into a I screwed up my makeup, now what do I do type of a video, I want to share with you guys whenever my wing liner on the edge does not go as planned, which this does happen. You know, wing liner is one of those things that I still get kind of anxious over. If I'm in a hurry, I won't do it. I have to be at like a place of peace to tackle the mystery of wing liner because it doesn't always go the way you want it to. So anyway, that being said, what I like to do is take a makeup wipe, I will put my finger through it, and I will clean up the edge exactly how I want it. And I will do this on both sides and make sure that they are even. And then I will wait for all of this to dry off. What I do next is I fill in any, you know, foundation or concealer that I've taken off. I try my best to not take off a lot. Like, you want to just really focus on cleaning up that edge. Then what I will do is once a little foundation is back on, I will take my crease brush that I was using, grab a little more color of whatever I was blending into the crease, like the medium tone shade, and I will fluff that out beyond the wing right here because that will help for everything to not have this like harsh edge. And then I will go back over to define the wing itself and darken it back up. Doesn't look 100% great, but it's better than having things be uneven or weird, you know? You can always take your beauty blender, and the reason that I work, I'll show you guys. I work from a palette like this, and I leave whatever leftover foundation, concealer, anything I have been putting on my face, I will have on my palette. And that way I can take my beauty blender and grab just a little bit extra, just a tiny little bit, and I will go in and kind of stamp the edge there. Let your failures turn into teaching opportunities. Okay, we're gonna go into the Kat Von D palette. I'm gonna take this light shade right here and just set this area. I'm gonna try and set a little bit under here where the sticky stuff took off a lot of powder. And then we're gonna try and blend out some of this. So the other tool that I love using when I have messed up my makeup and also when I'm just doing my makeup is a Velour Puff. You can always kind of fold it in half and go along the edge, and that's what I did to kind of buff a little bit of that shadow to kind of mesh like it looked like it was blended the way it was supposed to be blended. And then I can take it up kind of above here and almost round things if things are too sharp. I can clear a little shadow if it got up too high to the brow. It's almost like a little soft magic eraser. And now we're starting to look a little more normal. So what I'm gonna do is take a felt liner. This is another Tip Tuesday. This is another OMG Tuesday that I did, the Wing It liner. And I actually like this one as far as these kind of tools that help you to get a perfect wing. And I also really love the ink and the tip of this liner. And normally I would be so close up to my mirror and I'd be kind of like tugging my eye a little bit, but we're trying to capture this much better. Okay, I'm gonna fix the other side and throw on some lashes. And 5,000 years later, we have arrived with a doable, super winged look. And I have my final thoughts for you, which I'm sure you already can guess where I'm gonna go with these. I think this is just not, it's just not worth your $16. I get in essence why a reusable thing like this could be helpful, but just use tape. You have to go out of your way to do the wing first before concealer, and it's just kind of fussy. And ultimately, as we saw, it didn't give me the even wings of my dreams, and I had to go in and fix a ton of the mess up. You can't do anything detailed with this. Again, I would use this to smoke out, and I will use this again for that. This side right here is just such an interesting shape for your eye. I actually think this would be excellent for contouring the nose. I just don't really get this brush. I think this company is trying to be a little bit like so unique that they're almost getting it wrong. If they reeled it in just a little bit and had these added flares within the line, I think that could be really cool. I really thought online when I ordered this, I was like, this is so genius. Why has no one done this before? Just because I do always love to set my cream liners with a matching powder. If this was wet and not dried out, I think I would actually really love this product. So let me know in the comments, should I order another one? Do you think it's just a total fail, pass, dud? So that you guys know I'm not being dramatic, I want you to see the difference in, like, this is the Vamp Stamp, and I've had this for a long time. I did a video on that. This is how inky this kind of spongy of a product should be, and nothing's coming off. So mine is absolutely a dud. It is dried out. Water is one of the ingredients in here, and there's no moisture, no nothing in here. So that is just awful. If you still enjoyed watching me struggle to put on my eyeliner, hit the thumbs up button. Let me know that you liked the video anyway, and I really hope you did. All right, I need to clean up a little bit of this mess. I'm hoping you guys are having an amazing day, whatever you are doing, and I will see you all in tomorrow's video. Thanks for watching. Mwah.